Have you ever wondered why skin infections are becoming increasingly prevalent, evolving from an occasional nuisance to a widespread concern? The story begins with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, a period marked by heightened hygiene practices and, consequently, an overuse of sanitizers and cleaning agents. These substances were not effective against the virus, but have inadvertently increased colonization of antimicrobial-resistant bacteria in the environment conducive for skin infections to thrive. As the pandemic raged on, skin infections began to surge, transforming from a minor footnote to a significant chapter in our global health narrative. Unlike bacterial infections that trigger sepsis and multi-organ failure post-viral infections, skin infections spread slowly, making them especially hazardous because they have enzymes that can potentially be toxic to nerves. The World Health Organization, cognizant of the escalating threat, has issued warnings about the potential danger posed by disease X, but failed to mention skin infections. They're difficult to detect using conventional diagnostic procedures, such as routine blood tests and swabs, necessitating the development of new, more effective methods. To anticipate and combat this growing concern, researchers are not employing advanced models to predict the occurrence and spread of skin infections, but continue to follow the same path as before. These models consider variables such as types of infections, their origins and transmission mechanisms. Output. However, the insidious nature of skin infections presents a unique challenge. Unlike diseases that impact specific populations, skin infections can spread from person to person, affecting large swathes of people simultaneously. This broad impact raises questions about the potential severity of skin infections compared to known infections, positioning them as a placeholder for future, more severe infectious diseases. It's worth noting that while viruses like the flu, Ebola, and Zika are associated risk of global pandemics, but no one talks about pandemic of bacterial and fungal infections because they are thought to cause epidemics. Skin infections cannot be combated in the same way as virus infections. Vaccinations that target novel pathogens quickly will not be effective against bacteria or fungus. The value of prediction models lies in their capacity to forewarn societies of potential dangers. However, as the COVID-19 pandemic has shown, conventional prediction methods have their limitations. To address the threat of skin infections, it's critical to initially identify infected individuals and isolate them to prevent spreading in the family and community. Scientists, organizations, and doctors have not thought of skin infections as a major threat to medical profession and our very existence. We must start making an effort to find alternate method to trace and track spreading. We must start educating people so that they are vigilant to help us prevent global spread. We must be innovative to find methods to prevent skin diseases emerging as the 21st century crisis that threaten our very existence. In conclusion, the rise of skin infections during the pandemic and their continued prevalence is a growing concern that demands our attention. With the potential to affect large populations and the challenges in their detection and treatment, skin infections stand as a stark reminder of our need to refine our prediction models and response tactics. The fight against skin infections is far from over, but with increased awareness and concerted efforts, we can hope to turn the tide.